Hey everyone, welcome to another double whammy episode of the Small Business School and Community. Oh, I love when we get to do this in person. We're in Ottawa right now. It's so fun.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
Like, we weren't sure about doing this. I mentioned this on another episode that it's now 8:45, but like we started this at 7:30 right before our brunch that Thrive Accounting sponsored. And the reason we want to do this is because we love doing this, but we get such good feedback when people listen to these episodes of us together. I think because we're definitely come with me girls, right? Like we're building so publicly that people have kind of been with us from the beginning, like watching it.
Yeah, I think there's so many pieces. Like also you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert. So there's like the contrast there. I think, so many different values that like collide, are so identical. And then also some that are kind of contrasted.
Yeah. I know we do business so differently and so the same, which is like the best, right? Like we're both like huge hearts of service. Like we like really want to see everyone be successful. We like pour into each other. Like it's so funny because sometimes we'll be like,
I do my taxes.
Yes, you do your taxes.
You don't.
I don't always do my taxes. I know. I literally just said to Staci, I'm like, so it has been 9 months and I haven't got this child care benefit. I just got it accepted. And my friend had a baby a month ago. Do you think the CRA has something against me? And I'm like, honestly, fair enough. I'm always behind on all my things because I'm bad with admin. But you're good with admin. You know, we have all our strengths. But one of the things I think both of us have in common, which is that you and I both with the Thrive Accounting, which is Staci's amazing accounting firm. You guys know that we use them exclusively for all of our stuff. They're a huge partner to High Vibe Women on the bookkeeping side, and then also CFO advisory, and then also does our taxes and all of our accounting. But Thrive, and then the Social Snippet, which is my marketing agency that does podcasting and social, which you take advantage of, which is great, and we take advantage of. That's not the right term.
Sound like I'm exploiting you.
Which you pay for graciously every month. No, we support Staci with that. So we both like have built our businesses so much, and like both feel like I think in a little bit of a rocket ship way when you look at the stats of women business owners, right? Like and like our revenue numbers, how we've built our businesses. We are in a way the exception, not the norm, which is like something we want to change, and both have a heart for changing. So curious for you. I know you and I both, we really value referrals. Referrals have been kind of queen for us. So I think what we want to talk about with this episode is like how to build a referral-based business, kind of how to keep your referrals, leaning into that. So off the top of your head, let's talk about referrals.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts because referrals are something that like I just hold the most amount of gratitude for. And if there was one thing that keeps me up at night, it's like reciprocating.
Yeah.
Or the thought of like paying for something. Like that's the thing that I define the least. And I think I'm doing an okay job at it, but I do think about it often to keep myself in check. So the first thing I would say is that you need to provide something that's of quality to receive a referral. So people need to know about you. They need to clearly know what you do. And there does have to be some level of like proof of I'm going to do it well. Like you have to be like we talked on another episode about being a person of your word and that integrity, especially, earlier on, if you're doing things for free or you're, doing it on a trade or something. Like you have
listen
to
our
prove
trade
yourself.
episode.
Like you have to prove yourself a bit though, right? And so you really first need to establish like your credibility for what you do, I think, in any referral.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's so interesting because I get tons of referrals. Some of these people actually never work with us. Like I actually have no idea how good of the work we do, but we are trusted. And I think building that know, like, and trust with people is so important. And I feel the same way about the reciprocal nature of referrals as well. Like I want it to be a slam dunk. Even, and I'll just be really vulnerable. Like not all clients are perfect fits for us, right? I'm sure this is the same experience for you. We've both let clients go. We've been let go by clients, all that stuff. This is part of running a business. And I had a client yesterday that wasn't a good fit. We've wrapped. And the thing I was the most worried about was the referral. source. Like I went to the referral source and apologized and said, hey, this wasn't a fit. I think it was a bit of a perfect storm. I'm so sorry. Here's what I'm owning and learning from it. I don't want this to change our relationship. This person is a client of ours. Like and they were like, no, totally understand what has happened here. All good. Doesn't change the way we think about you. Like we love you. Like it was very like complimentary. But you never want it to be like if something goes wrong that they're going back to the referral. So it's really a lot of relationship management. A question I have for you is, would you pay for referrals? Because I think this is a juicy topic because this is huge in like life industry, in, like life industries, different like industries, but also like life in IRL and then online I kind of feel different expectations. And I'm like like you are, I think in a sense, a very traditional business owner. Like you built your business like pre the online world, not like pre the internet, but like pre like, doing it online, right? You built a localized business, you grew it. Now you're building something a little bit more digital. For me, I started with a digital business and I'm actually going the opposite way where now I'm doing much more in-person work. So it's like a bit of a different feeling. I actually see the difference between both and what the expectations are. And it's a bit surprising. So curious for you, what you think about paying for referrals and do you think people should do it?
I think there's like a transactional level of like that relationship, which I think has a time and a place.
Right.
Okay. So what I will tell you is like strategically, of course, you want referrals that you never have to pay for. Like obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's better for the bottom line. But even in that, like I don't ever look at like, oh, I get referrals and don't pay for it. Like the first thing I'm doing is looking at how I give back somehow.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it's a referral back or whether it's like pay for something or support something. Because I think money in general is kind of like a cycle. Like it goes in, goes out. And when you keep it in circulation, it always comes back.
Yeah.
When you're hoarding, it's not the same.
Love that.
But I'm looking at people who pay for referrals, so more affiliates. I will say it's very transactional and not every affiliate is created equal. I actually did an episode on this of like affiliates versus referral partners. And the challenge I think with affiliates is they're looking at, do they have a network that they can sell to? They probably have a ton of requests. If they have a large enough network to refer people to you like that, like they have a ton of requests. So they're looking at, how do I make money from this?
Yeah.
Like there's a level of just differentiation, different than like, oh, hey, I know somebody who wants a podcast. Like hands down, you need to work with Social Snippet.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think you really have to go into that relationship with your eyes open. And people think just because you pay for it, that that referral is going to come. And it doesn't usually, because the people who have the size of network that are going to be really great affiliates, they're used to doing this work.
Yeah.
And they're used to getting paid for it. The ones who agree to it so easily probably don't have the right fit. They're maybe not going to promote it the same. Like it's not a slam dunk for growing your business.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a tough one. I've really struggled with this over the years, guys, because like a part of me is kind of like, in a year probably spend $100,000 networking, right? Like at the end of it, try to bring that down, and she's like, I twitch. But we've always seen return and we do it in a very strategic way. So it's like, I spend $100,000 a year networking. I do make that back. And so does my network. Right? Like how many times have I was in Miami. I met this amazing Ruchi, this like amazing accountant. See, I was like, oh my God, you are the Staci Millard of the States. You guys would be excellent referral partners for each other. And I'm hoping some great work comes your way. And I'm hoping, you get American Asks all the time that you can give it to Ruchi. And that's like a win-win. And you guys connected and I think had a great chat, right? Like that's networking for my network. Or like someone mentions they need a website. I'm like, oh, I know people who could help you with that, right? Like I'm always doing that. I don't actually feel the need to connect on that, but that's always been this thing. And I have had coaching where the coaches are like, well, that's your investment that you're putting in. This is one of the ways you can get a return. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like an energetic match for me because I actually don't like being incentivized by that.
Okay, so I have a question. You meet somebody that you really like. I'm positive this has happened to you. You meet somebody that you really like. Let's say they have a little bit bigger business than you and they're like, I'd love to send you people. This is how much it's going to cost you.
Is it a flat fee or is it like I'm paying on a referral? Like if it works out. So I have done this. There are about 3 people who do this with me, where it's like they have an agency and it's like they're actually all web designers, all 3 of them. I will tell you, I am less likely to refer work to them, even though they refer work to me and I have to pay for it. Because I have other people who refer work and I don't pay for it, and I feel like an energetic debt to them, right? Where it's like, I have somebody who literally no one can say the word social media or podcast in front of them without me ending up in an email chain. Like, and it's almost to a fault sometimes because I come on and I'm like, did you want a podcast? They're like, I kind of mentioned it, but I'm not sure. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just happy to chat with them. But like, it's like that for me, I'm riding for that person. I'm going to find people that are going to work with them. And that woman is like, you've blown my business up, right? Like that's why she feels this energetic match. The few people I pay for referrals, it's not as much of a slam dunk for me because I could make $500 or $1,000. Like that's fine. Doesn't feel worth it. I don't know. It doesn't feel worth it.
Doesn't like being the money person. I just find that the money is not that important to me.
Yeah.
Like the $500 one time for something, like the number of times people are like, will you be an affiliate for me for XYZ? And I'm like, no, I don't do affiliates.
Yeah.
Like I will, if there is somebody, whether or not you pay me, if there is somebody that I think needs what you have to offer, I'm referring them.
Yeah.
I'm not incentivized by this.
Yeah.
And it's not because I have money. It's because I'm looking at like the long-term relationship with the person I'm referring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't put a price tag on that. And if that person knew that they were just a price tag to me every time I referred them, I'm like, ugh, that makes me want to puke.
Yeah. And I actually think I have one of the things I really struggle with is, I actually do think there's like an American Canadian thing here too, right? Where like a lot of my American partners, this is the way they do business. It's referral here, commission here. And my Canadian partners are like, we're like softer with each other. We're like, oh, like, it's about relationship and like that. And that's it's actually not a judgment. But I have an American friend. It's actually Jake Kelfer. I'll just say it because it's funny. But Jake has Big Idea to Bestseller. And he helps people put together books. And like every client who's ever worked with him is like, this is like the best thing ever. He does pay a commission. It is a very generous commission. I never collect it, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And he's always like, Kristina.
He's like, are you insane?
He's like, I'm going to send you this money. And like, I could do some stuff with this money.
Yeah.
I'm always like, no, because the minute I'm incentivized to do this, I'm going to hunt for it because I'm intrinsically motivated. So I don't want to look for people who want to write books. I want them to fall in my lap and me to know you're the best person. And I'm so happy to do it. So Jake always is like, so he sponsors our events. He usually sponsors at kind of a high level. And I'm always like, wow, like I'm so grateful. And he's always like, this is my way of giving you a commission. Like I want to support you back, right? Like he's like, I don't come across a lot of social media podcast people. So like, this is the way that I can give this back to you.
Yeah.
That's such a gift, right? Like, so you can always find like different
ways. We do the same,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
We talked about this before. It's like, I don't have podcast referrals, but we sponsor everything.
Yeah,
women.
100%, right? And like, yeah, and then it's like so funny because it's like people will reach out and they'll be like, oh, I'm an accountant for High Five Women. And I'm like, well, we actually have like, to sponsor. And I'm like, we have an account we always work with, right? Like, you have these things that are like push and pull. And so I don't know, I'm not really into the like collecting affiliate, but it's tough. I don't actually really mind paying it. I'm not like, that's not a huge no for me, but it's just.
I think there's strategy behind paying it though, because I look at the affiliate fee and I'm like, I still think you need to do some math. So if you have somebody who comes to you and is like, I'd love to send you somebody, but this is my affiliate commission. I think you have to look at like, okay, what is the lifetime value of this?
Yeah.
And like, what are the terms that I get paid on versus when I have to pay out? I think if you have your team doing something, the reason I say this is in the online space, so like the course world, which I think is kind of crumbling down, to be honest. Like anybody who's saying it's not is their head in the sand.
Yeah.
But they are notorious for paying 50% commission.
Yeah.
And so in the online space, like that really set a stage. And so I think you have to look at how much do you sell something for, but what does it cost you to deliver it? And I mean in the long term, like if you are selling a course and it has a long-term community that you have to put effort into, like you have to look at what the cost of delivering is.
Yeah.
And then understand like really, because you're giving up a percentage of revenue, it's like, how does that affect your profit off something? And how does it affect your ability to pay the bills?
Well, courses are one of the only things out there that have no like cost after you put them together, right? So it's like 50%. It's like that actually kind of makes sense because those are people who wouldn't have bought anyway, right? Like you had no connection to them. Like James Wedmore has these massive launches where he uses all these affiliate people and everyone gives all these bonuses and these free guides. Like, you know, it's nothing. And even we've had this with our membership. Like if someone like has like a fundraiser and they're like, would you give a year away? I'm like, it doesn't actually cost us anything to give a year away. Like it's unlimited seats. Like it doesn't make a difference to us. Is it huge value for the person? Of course, that's a no-brainer for us business-wise, right? But if someone was like, could you do 6 months of social as a giveaway? Well, that's actually going to cost me a shit ton of money. Like, so I actually have to give it some thought on like, you know, what's the return on that? Will that work for me? Like, so it's interesting. I think on the referral front, it's like really asking yourself, like, what's it worth to you? And like, are there other ways that you can do it too? Cause like one of the things I love to do is I love to send like gifts, like as a thank you. That's like a huge, and I don't know. But then there's people out there like Chris and Lori, like when I did coaching with them, this was my first question at Fast Foundations, like ever, like my online Fast Foundation 2021. I asked, how do you encourage referrals? And Chris was like, you pay people and you pay them every month for like, so I would be sending commission checks at the end of every month to every single one of my referrals. That just never sat well with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't collect it.
Yeah. On the referral piece though, I think it's also looking at like, how can you be of value to somebody?
Yeah.
Right? It's just man, today's theme on all of our episodes is relationships. It's just like, how do you maintain a relationship, right? And just that actually has me thinking of like, just because somebody has like a massive network for you, if you don't want to refer them back, like you need to dive into that a little bit more and understand, like, do you actually want those clients?
100%. Yeah. And do you want those clients and like, are they a fit for you? You know what I mean? Cause like I have people, there is somebody who gives me referrals and I had to just be like, I actually just don't think our clients are like, our team is the right kind of fit for you. And later I found out she had another agency that she works with that she gives like all of her higher tier clients to. And then she gives us the clients that she thinks are going to be difficult. And I was like,
don't do that.
Yeah, I was like, I actually don't even want these clients because the headache of a bad client is actually not worth the money. Like even one payment, 2 payments, like it's not worth it. So for me, like there's like sometimes it's like I had someone reach out the other day that it would have been a what's the number? I'm like, it's I guess a 5-figure contract, like a month. And I was like, oh, the amount of me that would have to be involved in managing this is just not worth it. Like I have so many things like that could make 5 figures like almost instantly. One of the things I'm thinking about too is that how like, because I think this is a larger conversation around like referrals, relationship, money management, all these things. And I don't think that there's like, I don't want to be mistaken in saying that there's anything wrong with asking for money, right? Like, because I actually think on the referral front, I feel differently about this than I do on the sponsorship front, right? Like, and even on the sponsorship front, when I collect sponsorship, there's a lot of give on my end of like what's important to you, what works for you, like what's gonna move the needle. Like we met a vendor yesterday at the event we went to that I think would be like a slam dunk for High Vibe Women. I was like, what are your goals right now? She was like, these are the things I'm working on. I'm like, here's how I think we could support that. And it's not going to look traditional. But I had to really change my mindset around like, because I am a do it for free kind of person. I'm a discount for a friend kind of person. I'm the no collecting referral fees kind of person. So collecting sponsorship money at the beginning was hard for me and hard for me to make those asks. So I just want to remind you guys, like, know your worth and like ask for things. But I just think when it comes to relationship, like ask yourself if it's worth it for you to long-term be collecting. And I'm curious for you, when you think about this, like, do you think there's a difference inherently between referral partners and affiliates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like affiliate is just transactional. Referral is relationship based.
Yeah.
And I think like affiliates is like you literally can turn the tap on or off. And I think people expect that the referrals from that will come more because somebody's like got an incentive.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they're gonna do that more. I don't pay affiliate fees.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty clear with people on that. If they say they do, I'm like, look, it just doesn't fit our business model. It's not that I don't think you're worth it. It's just clients look at it differently when they've been paid to be referred to us.
Yeah.
And so I don't do that.
Yeah, and actually bringing it back to Jake, it's funny too, because typically what Jake will do, which is like very kind, I don't know if he's gonna care that I said this on a podcast publicly, is that typically I will get him to give the referral bonus back to my referral. So I'll say like, hey, you were going to give me X amount. Thank you. I don't want it. and he'll discount my client or my referrer, which is very generous of him. Like, cause there's no, like the person who referred me or I referred doesn't know that. Right. So it's like a total like integrity move on his part. But for me, it's like, it just doesn't feel right. And I wouldn't feel right if that person knew I was taking home money. Like that's an ick for me, that like, I want people, that's why like I'm actually like pretty firm on, even when people offer, I'm always like, it's fine, because I just like, I don't want to be in that trap of like, oh, I don't want people to think that.
Okay. I have a question.
Ooh.
Asking for referrals.
Yeah, it's an ick for me, but I know people do it. I don't know. This is something that's so hard about me, but also maybe why I'm not as far ahead as other people, maybe, but it's the way I've done it. I play it cool, like with most things.
Yes.
That's always been my way. So it's like the referrals, they come. The money, it comes with time. The sponsorships, they come. I'm not hunting these people down. Like, and the minute I feel like I'm hunting people, I give myself the ick. I'm like not here for it. So we're asking for referrals, that like it's such a hard thing. Like it's like, I think closed mouths don't get fed. I think if people don't know you want business, then like, how are they supposed to ask? So like for me, I send out a newsletter quarterly. On my team, Ben does it. And we're kind of like, here are our services as a reminder. That's about as far as I'm willing to go on asking for referrals. But I know people do it and I've been asked.
Yeah, I think that there's ways that, because like I get the ick too. So especially if somebody asks for a referral, it's like, I feel like the door's shutting and I'm like putting up the walls.
Yeah.
Except I'm also like very generous with referrals.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah.
But the minute somebody asks, I'm like, oh my God, no. I think that there are seasons for a lot of business owners, right? So it might be a tough season. So if I have somebody who's created a relationship with me and they're like, hey, it's a tough season right now.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you, if you know of anybody that says this, like, can you just keep me top of mind? That feels good to me.
Yeah.
Like the genuine connection. But I feel like, I mean, ChatGPT is like the biggest help now. Like when I started in business, I thought a lot about like, how do I ask for referrals or let people know I'm open to referrals without being like, can you send me a referral?
Yep.
And so how you said, okay, I put our services in there, talking about launching new things.
Yeah.
Still doing things for free, right? Like, hey, lots of people in my world are asking about this. Let me like giving first, right?
Yep.
So I can give something for free. And if that person comes to something we're offering for free and they like it and they're like, oh, we could work with them, then they will.
Yeah.
But it's like more so like doing something that opens the door instead of is like begging for
Totally.
money.
Yeah, no, honestly, I love that. Like even just like the email being like, hey, because when we're in a tough season, and like Maria and I did a podcast episode of this that I'll link, which is like kind of like when you're in a tough season, how do you get on the other side? Because it is easy. Like I mentioned this on another podcast. We have a month probably every year where like a number of clients quit in one go. And it like is a bit of a perfect storm. I always see it as a bit of a test. Like I'm always like, oh, I'm being tested to see if this is like the right thing. And in that moment, it is easy to be like, okay, going to the Rolodex. I'm going to start messaging people. I'm going to start. And actually, like, it has the opposite effect that I think people think it does. There's something about, hustling for your business. There is something to going door to door. There is something to all these things, just not the way I do it. So if all of the sudden, for 2 years, I say nothing, and then out of nowhere, I'm like, I'm having a tough season and I need money. Like that has a different energy than I've been cultivating my network all these years. I'm sending everyone an email saying, hey guys, we have a bit of capacity on our team. And just letting you know that these are the services that we offer. If you know anyone, we're happy to be connected. If you want to offer a referral bonus, that's great. But even like one of the things that I think too would be worth just mentioning, thanking your referrals.
Yeah.
This is something I really, really struggle with that people do not do with me. And like, I find it really interesting because I give so many referrals and people never tell me when it works out.
Okay, this is hard for me because of our confidentiality.
Yeah.
I literally cannot.
Yes, but it's
say,
different.
Like, this person signed with
But that's different. I'm not even talking about referrals, like even about signing with us, but it's like I'm, for example, like
podcasts,
partnerships. Like even for us, like I'll see something on social and I'm like, oh, great. That's great that worked out. I'm not looking for a ton of recognition. I don't need to be tagged in anything. Like it's nothing like that. But it's just being like, hey, thank you so much for that. Like, thanks for thinking of me. Like, even one of them, I was like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe this worked out. And she wrote back, she's like, I can't believe I didn't email you and I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, like I just want to know how things like wrap up. And like also, if you guys are collaborating on something, how can I support that? That's actually a big piece of it too. Is like I like kind of want to be part of the fun. So our friend Palak, I have a friend who's running an event at South by Southwest. She's running a very intimate influencer dinner. And I was like, listen, I know somebody who should be at this dinner. Like you're gonna love Palak. And my friend Lyrica was like, I trust you. If you think she's great, like, that's great. So Palak's going to this dinner. She's going to have the best time. And I was like, Palak, if you two become best friends, I need to be invited to anything that you guys do. Like, just managing expectations because I think there's a lot of best friend potential here. And Palak's like, that's so funny. I'm like, no, just a reminder. I do want to come. Like, if you guys go to Cabo. But like, I just like follow up with your referrals. But especially like, I totally get it on the confidentiality end. But like, I don't have that, right? Where it's like, so if someone comes to me and they work with do a podcast launch, I can follow up. Or like even for you might not be able to be like, hey, this person now works with me, but you might be able to like send a gift card and be like, thanks for thinking of us. Like there's like ways to, I think, encourage referrals.
And even like I very clearly ahead of time, just like thank you for the referral before it even, like it may not even work out, but I'm always like, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate that we were top of mind.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Any last thoughts on referrals?
Yeah. It just, I don't know why, but like the theme today is just relationships. Everything is a relationship. And I think that business is kind of funny because we can be so excited to do things so fast. Yeah. Right. And it goes so quick, but so slow at the same time. Like it can feel like you're not getting somewhere. And so referrals can feel that same way of like, okay, I'm interested in this. I want to help. You may even be of service. Like you're like, I just want to help more people. I want the referrals so I can help more people. But I think like the true game of business is being able to ground yourself in the moment. And it's like leaving yourself that capacity. Yeah. Because when you're so at capacity, like you'll watch the referrals stop because you're not reciprocating. Yes. Right?
Yeah. And you want to be top of mind for people too. Like that's another piece as well, is like that's where the emails come in, the thank yous, the like coffee chats, the check-ins, like all of that. It was interesting. Someone who in the past has given me a lot of referrals, like those of you who know me, maybe listen to Staci's podcast, you might not know me as well. I had a baby this past year in 2025. And so for the first 6 months I was pregnant, second 6 months I was, had a newborn. And so I like laid low, like way lower than I have. Like I'm probably still not low compared to other people, but my version of low. And someone who gives me a lot of referrals basically told me like they kind of forgot about me. And I was like, what? Like crazy. And then I was like, well, what could I have done to stay top of mind? And so I asked him, I'm like, okay, thank you. And what would have been different? Like, how could I have done this differently? And he was like, oh, like you should have sent me like messages or you should have done this. And it's like, I'm not like that. Like, I don't want to send people messages reminding them I exist. Like, that's not a priority for me at this time. But it was a good reminder of me, like different people want different things from you. And I think like being okay with a referral door shutting is fine.
And there's seasons. Yeah. Right? Like we had a season where it didn't get too busy, but it was like, ooh, this is not comfortable. And I don't necessarily want that. But then when we built up the capacity, we're like, okay, we're going to take some time and make sure we're nurturing the relationship. I think it's also just looking at like, you can't do everything all the time. And so maybe that's a referral source that had a season.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Love that. Okay, guys. Well, let us know like what resonated with you in terms of referrals, if anything. Maybe what you're going to implement, because Staci and I love referrals. Of course, if you know anyone who needs accounting or social media or podcast. Yeah. You've heard it from us. We don't pay commissions, but no, lots of gifts are in your future. But no, we love, we love our clients so much. We love the people that we get to work with and the people that we get to serve. And so it's so great to be able to talk about this, like uncover this, because I think these are the messy things in business that people don't talk about. So yeah, let us know what you're going to try. And Staci, this has been so fun. Little Ottawa podcast day.
Love it.
Yay.